Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernardo from the BTNHD, and yes, part 5 of 12 of our MDT 2013 and Windows 8.1 deployment series. Super excited. And part 5 is all about importing and configuring an application for your deployment. Now, there's so many applications I've had in the past. How do you deploy Office 2013? How you do this, do that? I'm going to do Office 2013 later on after the series. I just want to get you guys up and running, okay? So the application that I'm going to be importing and configuring is Skype because it's so simple. Normally, MDT works so well with MSI files. Why? Because MSIs have a bunch of parameters that allows you to customize the installation. Now, a lot of people ask, how do you get these parameters? How do you get it to do silent and listen this? I'm going to show you guys. So what you're going to do is a Windows R command. You want to open up your command prompt. And I'm also going to do a Windows R and open up my notepad, because that's going to be my notes. And then from my command prompt, I want to get inside the folder where my MSI is at. So I'm going to do a CD space, paste that in. So I want to get into that. I'm going to clear that information out. And I want to do an MSI EXEC space S. Okay. And then I want to do a / with a question mark. When you do a / question mark and hit enter, what's going to happen is the Windows installer is going to give you a nice little dialog box with all the parameters that you are able to use during your deployment. Now the notepad comes in, and I will type in my command. So the command would be msi xec.exe. The name of the program, which the name of the program would be Skype. I don't know if capitalization matters, but I like to keep it consistent. And space. So it's really up to you. You have to go inside the list of what you want to use. I like to have a passive, because I like to have the progress bar up. Gives me a nice little notification that it is running. A no restart. I do not want it to restart during the deployment, because if you have a restart, that's not cool. You want everything to just go straight through. And a /n for no UI. And that's it. That's our command. So now it's time for us to go inside deployment, and within our application node, again, it's really up to you. I love creating folders to tell me what's what. So we're using Skype. Or once you give your folder a name, you hit next, and you hit finish. Now, a lot of people, I've seen other deployments, or I've done other deployments that a person will create a folder, or I've created folders with the vendor, let's say Microsoft, and whatever is Microsoft, inside that folder you have Skype, Office, Adobe. Within Adobe you have Acrobat Professional, you have Reader, such and such. It's really up to you how you want to manage your application node. Now within the Skype, you could create another subfolder with the version. It's really up to you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to right click inside of Skype, and let's go 6.4. I think it's the latest one. And we're going to hit enter and finish. So there you go. That's the version. And inside the version, I'm going to import the source files. So we're going to click next. I think later on, after the series, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about DFS share and application bundle. But for now, we're going to do application with the source file, because we already have the file. We're going to click next. The publisher is optional, but it is from Microsoft. It is Skype. And the version is 6.4. And it is English. We're going to next. Source directory is going to be programs. Wherever the file is located, that will be your source. Move the files to the deployment share instead of copying them. That's what you want. It's really up to you. If you have your programs or applications inside a network share, you could do and you don't want to move them, don't check this off. I'm going to move it because the file's already within the servers, so whatever. So we're gonna click next. Yes, that's the name that I want. Hit next. Now the command line. So this is where I go inside my notepad and copy this little guy here, so I don't have to retype it. And we're gonna paste it, and we're gonna click next and next, and everything should work well. Awesome. If you are a PowerShell guru and you love using PowerShell, hey, click on view script and just copy and paste this, and you can just automate all your importing your applications within the application nodes. I will do that if you are a person that loves to automate everything. And we hit finish, and the last thing that you need to do is you right click on your deployment, update it. But let's double click on this. Actually right click, go to properties, and let's take a look. So by default, the application is enabled once you import it within your MDT 2013. That's what you want. Enable this application basically means when you're within your deployment runtime, you're going to see the application on the dialog box to check off. If you disable it, you're not going to view it during your deployment runtime, and that means you have to either go inside your task manager. That means you have to go inside your task sequence and tell it that you want this particular application deployed, or your custom setting INI. Again, after the series is over, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Again, hide the application in deployment wizard. Details, this is all the basic stuff. From here you could tell it, okay, I only want this program to run on only 64-bit Windows 7 clients, but this program can run anything. Reboot the computer after installing this application. You do not want that. Dependencies, if you need something installed before Skype, this is where you do it. I don't have anything, so we're gonna apply, okay, and we're gonna right click our deployment share and update it. Hit next, and let it deploy, and that's it, guys. That is how you deploy an application and configure it. I think later on, after the series is over, 12 parts is over, and you guys are giving me or providing me good feedback, I am going to go more in depth with the application stuff. I'm gonna try to deploy Office 2013 because I believe if you're deploying Windows 8.1, you're going to be upgrading your Office. Especially for me, in my case, I'm going to be upgrading the Office to 2013. I'm going to use my MDT, so I'm going to show you guys how to get that up and running. So hopefully you guys enjoy part 5 of 12. Have any questions, leave them below at the comment section. Don't forget about hitting that like button, because those like buttons just basically shows me that you guys enjoying this series, and it just makes me even work harder and faster to get these parts out to you guys. And I catch you guys later. Peace out.